Hello! I'm making a video game. It's turn-based strategy about creating your fantasy army, upgrading it and using it to fight opponents. The army consists of units, which are different creatures you can include, and each unit may have different abilities what makes it special. Like there are rolling bastions, big tanks who take less damage when they stand still, or amphibians who are wet, so they're vulnerable to lightning and frost, but also resistant to fire and constantly slip around in random directions. We handled abilities and code changed a couple of times. Originally, all of them were stored in a single list, basically as words. And if a unique interaction was to take place, I would check if that list had a corresponding ability and do something with it. This worked, but I had a lot of ideas for abilities. Some of them had to last for only a certain period of time or work differently depending on the situation. So I needed a way to give additional context to each ability. At first I handled it by just making 3 lists for all ways a unit might get an ability. One being for abilities unit starts with, one for abilities gained from environment, and one for any other source. These 3 were then Frankensteined into a single list and then stored. And the good thing I can say about this approach is that it technically worked, but the more sources I had, the worse the system will work, so I decided to change it. Now, each ability is its own object with their own unique data, and they all derive from a single parent class. This allows me to treat them the same when I do things that apply to all abilities, but also specify things when needed, which right now I mainly use to check where the ability came from and it needs to be removed. I now have a few abilities done, variable vulnerabilities and resistances to each of the damage types, units can be slippery, which makes them slide in random direction each time you move them, and there is scoring, which is used for objectives, but that is a topic for another video. With that, it is all I want to say so far. I hope to see you in our devlog. Bye!